Well, guess what, guys? Crafting Christmas is round the corner, so I thought we'd do a Christmas project. Obviously, it's a spiral tree. The thing I like about this is we can make 6x6 cards, and we can do 4 of them. But you can do 1 card with the inner missing and 1 card using the inner to make the card. So, in effect, you're getting 8 cards. So that's why I thought I'd do this one. So I'm going to put this to the side and show you quickly how to make it. Doesn't take long at all. We just need 2 of them. So that's the top one, the one we want to make smaller. What we're going to do first, we want to flatten it down a bit. And we need to make, let's get closer, we need to overlap the little bit here that we don't want to keep. I just want to make sure it's in the perfect place. I think that's about right. So display zoom to matte size, looks about right. And subtract. There we go. Yeah, I think that's about right. But then what I'm going to do is just flatten it down a little bit more. Just to, I think that should do it. Till you think you've got the perfect shape. So I'm going to try with that. And all we're going to do is just keep duplicating and adding. So let's get this at a good size. Okay, so we'll get that at 5. Which means this one will be, I think we have to do 1/2 inches for the big ones. Yeah. Okay, so layer, duplicate. You don't have to worry about getting it in the perfect. Hold on. That's going to have to come up a little bit more. I'll try again. Sorry about that. You don't want any of these bits overlapping either, and that's what was going to happen. So layer, duplicate. And that's at 4. So we have to try and fit it in between the other 2. And this one would be 350. Soon we'll be able to go down to 1/2 inches, but for now, if it will make that the last 1/2 inch, we'll see. Okay, so let's try 275. Yeah, that's okay. So that's all we're going to do. You put as many layers on as you like. Just remember, at some point you've got to go down to the 1/4 inch, because 1/2 inch would be too much on the smaller. So that's 0. more. Because we're also putting it down to 6 inches, you want to be careful that you don't have too much fine point. So I don't think we'll go any further than that, just to be safe. So we want to make sure they're all centered. And then world. There you go. I wonder if that'll look a bit better. Oh, there we go. And then if you want to pick a star, there's one in the shapes. I think that's what I used there. Yep. I mean, obviously, if you don't want a star, don't use a star. So we'll make sure them two are centered. Yes, perfect. We'll bring it down a little bit. And then we need the whole thing, because we want to fit it into a 6 inches. You've got to watch the height and be just below 6. So that should do. I guess you could bring that out a little bit. Let's center the star again. And then if you just to make sure you're centering it right on the page, we're going to get a square and we're going to make the square 5 3/4 so that it will fit onto a 6x6 card. Center them both. Oh, we didn't do the star. Layer group, and then okay, so that's going to have to be a little bit smaller. Let's do 5.5. So center them. Layer duplicate, and you want to fit 4 on. We can get rid of this one now. There. It's just that simple. You cut them out, you use the bits you cut out to make one card, and the square with the tree taken out as another card, and you put colour underneath it, and that gives you 8 cards in one cut. Okay, let's do it and I'll show you what I mean. So keep that, file, transfer via internet, or put it on a key and take it over to Scan and Cut or Cricut or wherever it is you have, and I'll see you over at the work desk.
Well, here we are at the craft desk. As you can see, I've cut them out already. I've got some cards ready waiting. I'm just going to show you a couple of ideas that I've had. This is the, the double-sided sticky roll that you can get. So my first idea was, actually, do you know what? I'm sorry about this, guys. I have a habit of changing my mind halfway through. I'm going to use a 7x7, I think. I quite like the idea of that. So, what we're going to start by doing is sticking some of this. We put that above it so we know we need to stick it. That's going to be a bit hard actually. Don't need that much, do we? Okay, so let's measure. Better too much than not enough. Okay, just stuck it. You see, just stuck it back on the roll. No waste. Okay, so we know that it's got to go there. This stuff is so sticky, isn't it? It can be a nightmare sometimes. Right. So, for this one, what I thought I would try is some flaking. I think the gilding flakes on this, with the card on top, might look absolutely amazing. A bit pricey maybe, I don't know. But let's give it a go. I'm going to use Autumn Blaze, it's kind of, I like the multicolour rather than just using one colour. I did have just gold, but I really like using multicoloured. Not really any waste with this, is there? There we go. So I do have a little bit of waste, but not enough to... So, then if this goes over the top of it, you've just got the flake coming through. I think it's... I wonder if I need to scooch it a little bit. Let's just do it around the edges to straighten it out. It does make a difference. God, look at all that dust. Definitely made a big difference. I have to remember that next time. Okay, see, I make the mistakes, so you don't have to. Oh, that was a silly mistake. Okay, let's pick up another one. And there we go, look at that, just flake through it. It's incredible. I really like that. What do you think? So I'm going to put this on pads. Just around the outside. I've got some smaller pads and I'll use that for the, just a couple of the little bits there. Just so that they stay. You don't want them getting caught and ruining the effect of the card. Glitter would be a good one as well, obviously. Don't think we need to worry too much about them ones. Actually, if I put it there, keeps it together. I know it's early for Christmas cards, but if you can do a bundle like this, so you've actually got 8 cards that you can make, you know, I mean, obviously you might do some special ones for special people or people that you know appreciate them, but I'm sure you've got to send cards out to people that you know are not going to appreciate the work that goes into them. Just want to make sure I'm placing it right. Okay, so I put this on a 7x7 because I just felt like having that extra bit. So there's the card, you see. The flake coming through is incredible. So that's one way. I'll be honest, I'd probably put a border around there as well, whether it be gems, pearls, or just peel off, to be honest, a bit card. But that's it. That's all you need. And then maybe a sentiment, a Merry Christmas stamp or something, or die. Very easy. So that's one way. I was going to show you doing it with the glitter, but it's exactly the same thing. You just use glitter instead of flake. So you use the same sticky back and do it with glitter. But then you've got this other one. Now this is the bit that comes out the middle, and it can make a card all on its own. Very simple card. What I'm going to do there is dip it in the glue rather than trying to get glue on it. Doesn't matter how fine glue is, it's not going to... So I can do this end. I'm just going to dip all the ends in the glue. Thing about bookbinding glue, it dries clear, so it's not going to make a mess. This is a 6x6 card, That's it, just let it sit where it wants and then just brush across. Oh. And then obviously you have all the stars, but the stars are in green. Now I've used single-sided paper, so just get any old pen. I might do a sparkly yellow would be nice. Well, let's just use this Sharpie for now. Maybe a glittery pen might be lovely, but I'm just gonna save me cutting out another one. Gold maybe. There we go, it just saves a lot extra cutting out. Nice star on the top. With a sentiment, maybe along the bottom, Merry Christmas. Don't know, season's greetings, whatever. And that's another very simple card that you can do. So that means that out of one 12 by 12 sheet, you can actually make 8 cards. So I hope you appreciate it. If you have any problems, as usual, just let me know and I'll do what I can for you. Okay, thanks, bye.